Hey everyone. Unfortunately, you'll have to ignore the sounds of the washing machine running for this video, but thankfully you won't have to ignore the sounds of the furnace running, which I've had to deal with several times in the past because it's pretty warm out today, so the furnace isn't running. Anyway, this here is, well, first of all, this is the first video that I'm recording with my, featuring my new rebranded YouTube channel name, which I hope that you all appreciate and like as much as I do. I went through several hours of thinking what I should do with this channel, and I'm not sure if I'm done changing things around, but well, we'll see what happens. So I don't know. I think the logo looks a lot better. It's a lot less, you know, amateur-ish looking. I don't know. It still looks pretty amateur, but that's not the topic for this video. The topic for this video is this ceiling fan that you see hanging here, which is an Encon Casanova Deluxe ceiling fan. It is a hugger ceiling fan, as you can clearly see. And this one actually came with that Sears Turn of the Century that I recorded like last week or something like that. It was I got that fan at this fan at the exact same time. What had happened is I originally had thought that I was getting 3 of those Sears Turn of the Century models, but unfortunately the seller just wasn't clear, and she said that she just said she had 3 fans. I thought she meant she had 3 of the same fans, but clearly that's another example of why you should always ask the sellers for pictures of everything and not rely on what they say, because clearly they can be misleading and sometimes just plain incorrect, because sellers are like that. But anyway, so this fan is dated 1999 on the inside. It's actually on the UL sticker on the motor bracket hanger. And it has a kind of a small-ish motor. It's wide, but it's not very big in diameter. So, it's not a great fan. It's an okay fan, I'd say. I probably wouldn't have gotten this had it not been a small childhood fan for me. These are actually, these are pretty minor kind of, they're kind of like minor childhood fans for me. My aunt and uncle's house, the same one that had the 2 or 3 Kodep spinners in the bedrooms, and the Casablanca Four Seasons in the den area downstairs, had one of these in white in their master bedroom. Never saw that thing running, I don't think, because we only ever went in that room when we were putting our coats on their bed for their Christmas party or whatever, because that's what we did for some reason. And then the other place was a post office by my old house that actually still to this day has 2 antique brass ones with 4 blades. And now the difference between the Casanova, the regular model, and the Casanova Deluxe is that the Deluxe is 4 and 5 blade adaptable. So the ones in the post office are mounted with 4 blades. This one has holes tapped in the motor and bell for 5 blades or 4 blades, so this one is also a deluxe model. And the other difference is the venting on the faceplate of the motor housing. The regular ones have just regular generic vents, and the deluxe ones have Panama vents, as you can see. So I always thought that was pretty cool. I like huggers that have vents that are not those plain boring generic ones, although the generic ones are childhood for me because of the one in my grandma's house. So yeah, the blades may or may not be replacement. I actually don't think they are. I think they're original, but this is just a very late one because the original ones had pointed tip blades and the blades often had cane. This one's blades are reversible from this fake oak to an even faker looking, I think, cherry or rosewood or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and turn this fan on for you. So this is high speed. Believe it or not, this is my first Encon ceiling fan, I think. Surprisingly. So, See, I was gonna say something about it not being a very decent fan, but I'm sitting under it right now and I'm actually feeling a lot of air from it. So, I have to say I'm honestly not disappointed with the performance of it. It spins very fast, I'll give it that. It's silent. The airflow is pretty good. I think the only thing that's putting me off is that it's just too new for me, honestly. I mean, I'll definitely keep it. It's a nice fan to have. So that's high speed. Well, it also came with this insanely long pull chain extension. It's actually two extensions. It's a extension and then a pendant at the end, which I'll show you in a minute. But it's kind of strange. So medium speed is actually quite nice. I quite like this medium speed. It's not too fast, not too slow. Still moving a good amount of air. And there's low speed. Now it's not too slow. Like it's not really slow, not a really good restaurant low, I'd say, but for a hugger it works because of how close huggers are to the ceiling. Naturally, the airflow gets restricted, so a little bit faster low speed is okay for a hugger, in my opinion. Yeah, it doesn't look too terrible. Alright, reverse. I don't know why I pulled the chain all the way up there for some reason. I'm trying to think of where else I've seen these, because I know I've seen these deluxe ones with the Panama-vented before in other places. I think maybe my neighbors? The same ones who had the minuet too in the upstairs bedroom. Oh, the furnace is going on, I guess. I turned it off temporarily and turn the fan up to medium. But yeah, the ones who had the neighbors in my old neighborhood who had the house that was basically the mirror image of our old one. It had a few other rooms added on where their family room would be, or where our family room would be. They had a few huggers, like white huggers, in those rooms, and I think that they were these Panama-vented ones with the four blades. I'm just getting this picture in my mind of them. I know they were white huggers, but I can't remember if they were generic vented ones or Panama-vented ones. But they replaced those, I think, with like Carriage House 2s or something back in the early 2010s or something like that. So that's high speed. Not a bad performer. Oh, I just pulled it one too many times. Okay. All right. So I think the other thing that kind of puts me off of this fan is the blades. They just kind of look cheap with that rounded or flat end and this fake, very obviously fake oak. They're much thinner than the earlier ones too. And like thinner both in like this type and in like thickness of the actual blade itself. I guess width you would say. Yeah, it's a very nice shiny brass finish. I do like the finish. Here's that insanely long pull chain extension for some reason. Yeah, there's not much else to say. It's got generic filigree on the side. And then the other side of the blade, there's that fake rosewood or whatever that is. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Encon Casanova Deluxe ceiling fan. I might show it with 4 blades if people want to see that. I don't know. Drop a comment if you want to see that, I guess. But yeah, that's it for this video. So thank you for watching, and more to come.